Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the all-new 2025 Ford Explorer. This is the active trim level. It's finished off in carbonized gray metallic with an MSRP just over $43,000. So this is the base entry-level Ford Explorer trim level. It's one of four for the 25-year models, and we'll start off with what this is powered by, which is the 2.3 liter EcoBoost 4-cylinder. This is paired to the 10-speed automatic transmission. It pumps out 300 horsepower, 310 pound-feet of torque, propelling this 4,500-pound SUV from 0 to 60 in just over 6 seconds. And as far as fuel efficiency goes, you're looking right around 20 miles per gallon in the city and 27 out on the highway. Now, as we work our way to some of the design changes, you'll notice up front that we do have a new grille, new front fascia, and then a new design for the headlight housings. Still retaining the Ford logo in the middle, a lot of chrome for this model as well, plenty of cutouts too, to provide a lot of cooling to that engine. This has LEDs for all of the lighting, and then really nice lines just underneath that on both sides. There's also inlets on the far corners to provide some better airflow, sensor down below for the distance pacing, and a lot more cutouts as well. Really nice bulges coming down the hood too. Still giving that Explorer vibe, but I do like the subtle changes there. Now this model also has a nice set of 18-inch wheels. There's plastic for the fender flares, which matches the lower section of the bumper as well as the lower side skirts. There is a chrome accent there. Plastic for the mirror covers there. No sunroof for this model. It has roof racks up top though, and then some of the window trim is blacked out to match that. Really nice crisp lines too that run down the side. And then in back, there's the body colored spoiler with the integrated third brake light. There's the wiper blade, Explorer right in the middle of that gloss black accent, where this does have a new design for the taillights. Everything is LED, of course. And then there's the backup camera, all the parking sensors, and this is even equipped with the towing package, so it can tow up to 5,000 pounds. Now, as we work our way to the cargo area, you can just push on the button underneath this R here for the power liftgate. And the Explorer is a 3-row SUV. Take a look at the space that you get with the third row up. It's actually very spacious. There's even hidden storage underneath the floor, and it goes to the left and the right there for additional storage. It's also very easy to fold these seats down. So they are manual, so that will give you a lot more space. From here, you can also fold down those 3 seats to get that much more cargo space. There's cargo lights, of course, a 12-volt on that one side. So for its sizing, it's very well equipped for people and for additional storage. Now, as we work our way to the second and third row, for this base model, has a nice interior with the leather and all the stitching, really nice trim accents, and there's even storage in the lower section as well as in the middle there. And then it's equipped with the cloth seats. The second row does move forwards and backwards. You can also opt for captain's chairs for the second row. But let's hop into the third row now, where it's that easy to slide the seat forward. And at 5'10", I could actually ride around back here. Like I said, you can move these seats forwards if you need a little bit more legroom. I have about a ½ inch or so of headroom, but it's not that bad. You have cup holders and plenty of storage on both sides, so you can place some items back here. But it's good for someone of my size to be in that third row. And then you can quickly put that seat back up, hop into the second row, where I have plenty of space. There's also storage pockets, there's climate adjustments, auxiliaries, 2 cup holders on the bottom there, as well as in the armrest, so you have plenty of those. You can also fold down this middle seat individually if you need to, and I have about 2.5 inches of headroom, so pretty spacious for the second row. Now up front, the door panels, all the window controls, side mirror adjustments, plenty of storage down below there. And then we have the power operating front seats with that similar design. Now, new for the Explorer, the infotainment system there has some different software, which I'll go over. So there's the leather steering wheel, cruise control, distance pacing, lane keeping assist, your volume adjustments. Right side, there's Bluetooth, as well as the controls to go through the digital gauge cluster. So currently, if we go into my view, these are all shortcuts. So you can set this up with the information that you would like to see. So this is just how it's currently configured. You can go into it and add and delete information as needed. There's also trip and fuel. You have some statuses that you can go into, even off-road as well. So you can pull up all this information here and look at these vitals. Then we can go back to vehicle maintenance. There's audio, phone, and then you can go from miles per hour to kilometers per hour. All the headlight adjustments, liftgate release, and dimmer switches are on the left side. And then for the infotainment system, this now gets some Google software. So it no longer has the Sync 4 system or the sync system from Ford. So on the home screen, there's your navigation along with music and phone. You can also get into your hill descent. You have your valley mode, various settings that you can get into. So you can configure this as needed by going through all of this, including the remote start setup. So you can get into that and activate that as needed, which is a nice touch to see. And then you also have all of these icons for Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You have a towing that you can go into to get through all of that information. And then in the lower section, you have all of these shortcuts that are fixed. So there's your fan speed, temperature, heated seats that you can get into. You have auto as well as some other recircs. Now there's 2 air vents underneath that. You get power and volume. There's the engine start stop along with parking sensors, which you can adjust. There's the hazards, even a shortcut to the camera system. So you can pull that up. Traction control, auto hold, plenty of storage just underneath that, as well as underneath this compartment where you have some auxiliaries located in the back. There's cup holders, and then with the rotary dial, you can put this into reverse. There's also drive and the low range gear, and then park. There's the e-brake, even a few different driving modes. So take a look at the gauge cluster now, where you have off-road. There's also slippery, normal, you have sport mode. I skipped eco there. And then the last one is tow and haul. There's also a little bit of storage with plenty in the center armrest there. It's also in the glove box. Explorer is in that trim accent right there. There's the rear view mirror, all of the dome lights, and a sunglass holder up top. And then plenty of visibility. We have large windows in the back there, so you can even see pretty good over that left shoulder as well. And while we're still in sport mode, we'll give it another acceleration. I would say that is very healthy for this engine. With a mild acceleration getting up to speed, it's definitely plenty of power. So I have no issues with the power, getting on the highway, merging, things like that. Definitely plentiful for this new Explorer. As far as taking turns goes, seems pretty good for, you know, being an SUV. Nothing that's performance oriented by any means, but it took that turn at a normal rate of speed very well. And this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the all-new Ford Explorer. Hopefully you can tell it's a little bit different than the front fascia on the older Explorer there. And it's a nice place to be, especially with all these materials here and the options of going with a higher trim level. But it's been very fun to drive. An Explorer has always been something that I've been a fan of just because it was the first vehicle that I ever learned how to drive in. And so I'm a fan. I like this. If I needed a 3-row SUV, this is a good option to go with for the price. And you have plenty of space. So this would make for a great daily driver, just with the usability, the practicality, and the affordability. You could drive this every single day and you really have everything that you need. Well, that's going to wrap it up for the 2025 Ford Explorer. Once again, huge shout out to Mooresville Ford for providing this for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.